good idea.
I need a snack roll if we can have a snack roll a break roll after we
I think we're
eventually resolve this philosophy.
I think we're live. Hi, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our little internet link.
But
it looks like we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little internet blink. So, I think you heard, thanks, Mike, it's back. I think the last thing you may have heard was Mink picking up the doll, putting the silver needle in the doll's hand and walking it over to the satyr body.
And telling Teddy personhood to stab Teddy body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before we do that, Teddy's body obviously is tied up, and Graboa is hovering nearby, and Teddy's body is on 1 hit point. What would be the roll that I would want to make if I, as Teddy's body, wanted to escape from this situation? Would it be strength? Athletics?
Oh,
it's...
So, like, escape from being tied up?
Yeah. I'm going to be, like, trying to Hulk my way out of these ropes.
More... If you were going to
So you're trying to tear your way out, or are you trying to wriggle your way out?
Wriggle. Wriggle's better.
That would be more like a sleight of hand.
Okay, well...
If you're trying to Hulk your way out, that's going to be a near impossible DC, probably with disadvantage, because you're tied up.
Well, my sleight of hand was garbage, so Teddy is, like, lying on the ground, like, wriggling aggressively and saying, "Let me out!" Teddy, yes. "Let me out! I can't believe you do this to me. I'm meant to be your friend. You guys suck."
Graboa is just sort of, like, gently stroking Teddy Body's forehead with its papery arms.
Oh. Paper cup.
Comforting doll personhood.
Okay. Adam, does the doll want to stab Teddy Body?
Yeah. The doll closes its eyes and winces and jabs the sewing needle at the...
All right. Well, your silver needle hit, so now I need to get Teddy to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, what the fuck?
Those are the rules.
No,
Well,
what the fucking... How do you keep rolling that well?
But it should be the mind of the doll making the charisma save.
Right, that's
not
also
Teddy's
true.
body.
It should be doll personhood because it's a mental stat.
Based on...
And almost all
while
possessions.
Controlling the target's body, the carrionet has access to all the target's knowledge, class features, proficiencies, and statistics. So I think it is using Teddy's statistics.
Just
based
not
on this.
consciousness.
Does it say anything after that?
No.
Just keep stabbing until it fails.
Yeah, just keep stabbing until it takes. Just give lots of little... It's okay, Teddy personhood. Just keep doing a little...
This is such a weird variation on somebody trying to take blood and find a vein. It's like, oh, I'm trying to take my own blood, find my own vein. Oh, no.
And I guess you would probably have advantage because this thing is tied up. It's restrained.
Yeah.
7.
Okay, there we go.
7! Eventually, the Teddy, you feel yourself go through what feels like the eye of a needle, and it's nauseating and horrendous, but then you're big again and you're in your body, and the doll collapses and is unconscious.
I've got the doll.
Mink's hand.
Still
got its little needle.
Take the needle away.
Sorry. Doll body collapses?
Yes. And Teddy...
And doll consciousness.
Teddy consciousness is back in Teddy body.
Now there's just...
Okay.
We can just refer to Teddy and doll.
Okay.
Yeah.
The doll is unconscious. Teddy is hurt and tied up.
Teddy's on 1 hit point, just so you know.
Okay. Diota, please light this on fire. And I hand the doll to Diota, and then I lay on hands on Teddy. And I will restore... Let's see, I'll restore 10 hit points to Teddy.
How many? 10?
10.
Thank you.
I'm not sure we should start fires inside unless you put it in the fireplace.
Graboa's Grippo is going to
Just
not Grippo. Giota is going to walk away carrying the doll body. Be like, is this your sink? Sink?
I think she has a fireplace.
Chucks it in the sink. And just fills the sink with acid.
That'll work.
Oh yeah, that'll kill it. That'll kill it. The doll is dissolved by the acid, and it's tiny
Now
little
we have
screams.
all soup.
And of course, I untie
Yeah.
Teddy as well. We don't want to leave Teddy tied up.
Oh, I suppose.
Well,
Goodbye,
that
doll.
sucked.
That was
Let's
terrible.
This is in character. Sorry, Debbie, and not Elise commenting. Mink hates that. Mink hates what happened, and just kind of like braces Teddy on the shoulders, helps him up if he wants to stand. How you feeling?
My relationship with my physical form has become increasingly tenuous.
Mm-hmm.
He's fine.
I probably should have tried something a bit more than Sacred Flame.
Hey,
It
Teddy,
wasn't
do you
just a doll, after all.
Yeah. Do you want to pet Lancelot? Lancelot's a really good emotional support
No,
dog.
I've gotten close enough to Lancelot in the past 10 minutes.
Right.
I was in
Well,
his mouth. It
yeah.
was smelly.
he was trying to protect you.
Thank you, Lancelot.
Mink is gonna go none too gently grab Mary. He's not gonna like physically throw her around or anything, but he is gonna like grab her arm and like pull her along back into the room and like kind of deposit her onto the couch over here, and be like, so dolls that come to life in your house, you got more of those? You want to tell us what's going on? Where did that come from?
They've never come to life before. I don't know what happened.
Have you been doing some maybe Barovian magic to try to get to Gertruda?
No, I'm not magical at all. I'm just a mother who's lost her daughter.
Right, I know, and it's terrible. And I also know that when terrible things happen, sometimes people turn to desperate measures to help with those. Did that happen, Mary?
No. We live in Barovia. Everything is desperate. Yeah. She is firmly telling you the truth, Giota.
I don't think she's lying.
All right.
Was there anything unusual with your daughter before she went missing? Did she acquire
unusual?
A bunch of new dolls?
Was she doing strange magic?
Or drugs?
Or drugs?
No. No. I just have to check something real quick.
Maybe, but I have to check.
No, she seemed kind of, she was growing up and she'd go out. Sometimes she'd go to the tavern. But she seemed content and happy enough with her life in Barovia. In fact, she seemed to be happy with her life in Barovia than I feel. But, other than that, no drugs.
Wasn't she a full-grown adult? Wasn't she in her early 20s? You mean she was growing up?
Well, she's it's my job to keep her safe. So,
right.
And research shows that the human brain doesn't fully develop until the mid-20s.
Oh yeah, I bet you know that, Mary.
The bookcases are actually just developmental psychology journals.
When does the tiefling brain develop? I'm
never. You're all idiots. No, she doesn't say that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's racist.
I'm taking your dog.
I think about the same time. You're humanoid, so probably about the same time.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you think
Why
you'll
was
help?
she? Sorry.
Will you help and try and find her?
Why was she happy? Do you know?
No. What's there to
Did
be
you-
happy about? It's Barovia. You know.
Well, that's exactly like why didn't you didn't ask her?
She's young. I was young once. I was happy. I married her father and we were happy for 5 minutes before he died, you know.
Okay. Does she keep a journal?
Does she keep a gem?
Diota's just going to sort of call upstairs. Mink, while you're up there, perhaps see if you can find a journal.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah,
do you have a torch in case there's any more dolls?
I was gonna bring him down to the acid.
Oh, cool. Yep, that's fine.
Just
what,
like
before
all of
we
her personal childhood belongings
yeah,
in the
just
vat
put
of
them in the
acid.
acid. Wow. Nice.
Time to grow up, kid.
Yikes. Do we want to take a break here before we go exploring the upstairs?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, good. That's what we need a pause before. Suddenly, not as happy that Mink without spell slots is the only one upstairs.
Mink is a paladin. Mink is fine without spell slots. Mink is a
Sure.
beefy
Help.
boy.
Beefy
Sure,
boy.
sure.
All right. We will see you all in about 10 minutes.
Brunch. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our cursed stream. Before the break, we are in Mary's townhouse, and Mary is holding one of her daughter's dolls, her daughter who is like 20-some, and the doll turned out to be animate, and it had a little silver needle. No, the first doll got burned to a crisp really quickly. Then luckily, or unluckily, depending on, your opinion, there was another doll that came down from upstairs and had a little silver needle.
And
that
two
it
heads.
Used, and two heads, yes, let's not forget that. That it used to possess Teddy's body, and Teddy's consciousness went into the doll, and I nearly succeeded, except I didn't nearly at all. I was so excited to when Diota stabbed Teddy. I was like, if the doll's consciousness goes into Diota and Diota's consciousness goes into Teddy's body, this is going to be really fucking fun. But we didn't get that. Oh, sorry, Lena. Mary, not Mari.
It's not, Debbie, it's not you. You're saying it correctly. I just, like, every time I'm like, what? Me?
Me? I don't have a daughter. That's weird. Yes. So we fought the doll. Everybody's consciousness is back in the correct bodies. The doll is in an acid bath in the sink. Mink has gone off upstairs alone, where I believe Mary did say that there were some more dolls. So you can live your life. Do whatever you like.
Maybe trying to take himself out of the place where he was going to further traumatize a woman who has lost her daughter, because he was really, really upset. Just like activated, I guess, not upset, like activated.
Yeah.
Triggered, right? This is all very triggering for Mink, and so he removed himself from the situation into
He's having a timeout.
He's having a timeout. He was trying to do good.
I love that. Okay, so Mink, as you come up the stairs, you see like a landing in front of you, and it's full of bookcases, the same as downstairs was. And there is a door. I don't know whether you can see. There's a door kind of over here.
I am not on that page. Oh, it is.
You are. Scroll right.
I can't see anything. It's all fog of war dark. There is no light source, I guess, up here.
Hang on.
I think roll 20.
Okay, how do I do this? I must be able to give you a light. There's lights downstairs.
I think you can.
You can always shortcut by like adding a light to the Mink's token. If Mink had like a lantern or something. Otherwise, I think you'd have to. I can see part of it because of my dark vision. Does
that help?
Yes, you can also just plop them in the room.
That's all I'm doing. I'm not messing around with this. I'm just plopping lights. It's not pretty, but it's going to do us in a pinch.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Lets us see.
Yep. Oh yeah, so, as I was saying, there is a door over here, and there is a door over here.
I'm not seeing your clicks, but I'm assuming you're talking about these.
Yes. Am I on the right layer?
I think not, probably.
Who knows? Can you see this now?
Now I can. Yes, I do.
My sincerest apologies.
No worries.
Right.
Okay.
So those are your two doors. Which one you want to go into?
I think I would start. I guess a scan of this room doesn't turn anything up, right? So then I'll start over here.
Open this door?
Yep.
You open the door and you see on this, what's it called? Fireplace, like on the mantle above the fireplace, like 6 or 7 little dolls, all with different outfits, just sat there, like with their little dangly legs dangling over the fireplace.
Okay, but the fireplace is not lit.
Correct.
Okay. I will take the blanket off the bed, tie the ends so I have like a little sack kind of, and try to.
There are 2
the
dolls
doll.
on the bed.
Ah, okay. Great. I hate this.
Would you like to give me a perception check?
Sure.
Check to see if any of them have any needles.
Yeah. I'll be looking specifically for needles here.
Okay.
Here comes perception.
15. None of them have
Nice.
needles. None of them are moving.
Okay, great.
Maybe these are just dolls.
Don't care. I'm going to go ahead and just gather them up into the blanket sack, tie it all off.
Yep.
And then I'm going to come out into the main room here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to toss it at the stairs. Just chuck it over to the stairs.
Because it tumbles down the stairs.
Acid! And then I'll go back into the room and search for a diary.
Okay.
Gerbo is going to wander over, pick up the sack, and float into the kitchen.
Sorry, Gertruda, for destroying your dolls.
Destroying all your collection of valuable dolls that you've spent all of your pocket money for the last 10 years on. Yep.
She's
She's probably dead anyways.
She's probably in her 30s now. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah. You can give me an investigation check to look for a journal.
Cool. My investigation is so bad. I'm going to go ahead and spend this here skilled card to do this with advantage.
Lovely.
Because
Do you know what Gertruda looks like?
You haven't asked Mary yet. You can ask her if you want to when we cut back downstairs in a moment.
Okay, it's a 17 with advantage. My -1 intelligence.
That's pretty good. You find on the desk, which is like there's a little table here, right? Yeah, exactly. So there's some like sheets of paper, like she's maybe written some letters, or there's like little books. She's got some like notations. There's like a quill and ink, so she obviously does write. And there's like a sun-bleached patch on the desk that looks about the size of a journal, but the journal is not present.
And there's no other like hidden contraptions on the desk or bottom, drawers with false bottoms or anything. It's not under the mattress, anywhere a teenager would typically hide I had a lot of little siblings. I know where they hid their diaries.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you look everywhere and there is nothing like, there's nothing suspicious. I mean, the suspicious things is
that it's missing.
All of the things that you think this person would think are valuable, like maybe she had like there's little hooks for maybe like a nice necklace or some earrings or something, like her clothes, her journal, like the nice things that she had are all gone. So it looks like to you she packed up and left.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go in.
Sorry.
Oh,
the room is not tossed. So
no one came in here looking for things.
Yeah.
Okay. Or at least if they did, the mother reset it all. Right? Because this has been weeks.
True that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna peek into the mom's room and I'm gonna open the door, realize it's the mom's room, and then feeling like a total creep, I'm gonna go through her desk as well, just to make sure that she didn't take the diary and hide it in her own stuff.
Okay.
Like under her mattress too.
Yeah, I'll just do the whole room, I guess. Yeah. Okay, here comes my not advantage, totally great investigation roll. Oh, I did roll it with advantage on accident. That's a 10.
Okay. A 10. Okay. So, you don't find Gertruda's journal or anything like interesting like that. You find in this closet, it's half filled with men's clothes that have like obviously not been worn for several years. They are like not in fashion and a bit dusty and moth-eaten, but they're there. One side of the bed is obviously not slept on. And this bookcase is just full of erotic literature.
Get it, Mary. All right. Then I will consider my very thorough investigation done and head back downstairs to rejoin my companions and explain what I came across. And I'll ask Mary If the conversation is kind of at a lull or if people pause for me. I don't know where we're at in that conversation, so I'll wait.
Okay, so while Mink is upstairs, let's assume that some conversing's happened downstairs, and at least at one moment, was it Graboa that you said floated over to get the dolls and acid bathed them? Yeah, that can happen. So Mary is there and she's crying, and if no one else initiates a conversation, she's going to turn to Ismark and say, "Please, can you help me? Gertruda's been missing for over like a week, 2 weeks. I don't know how she got out of the house, why she took Lancelot with her, but I've been going around the village for days in search of her and I cannot find her. Please, can you look for her?"
Giota's going to raise a hand at this. How she got out of the house?
Mm-hmm.
Because
We like to stay in our house. It's safe.
But the how of how someone gets out of their house is normally they get up, walk to the door, and leave.
Open the door and walk out.
Was Mary not, or not Mary, was Gertruda not normally able to do that?
She did not normally do it without supervision. She was a good girl.
Right, but so
I
she
didn't
wasn't
like it.
able to, or she chose not to? Which of those?
She chose not to. Because she's a good girl.
Okay. That seems legit.
I think Gertruda left intentionally. I think she packed up her stuff and left. That's her clothes are gone, her personal belongings are gone. She left her dolls because she's a 20-something-year-old woman who doesn't want to play with dolls anymore. And it sounds like she was in love based on what you were saying. She was happy all the time. She kept, I think she left to be with someone she was in love with. I think she packed up her stuff and she took her dog and her favorite belongings and she left because she didn't want to be here anymore.
Lancelot, is that what happened? Lancelot?
Mary just bursts into tears at what you're saying, Mink. And after a full minute of sobbing, crying, she's like, "Well, even if that's true, why is she not in the village? Where is she? She could only have met somebody from the village, and she's not here. I know everyone in this village, and there is no one that she's fallen in love with."
People from outside the village don't ever come in to buy supplies or sell things or...
We don't exist.
The only person from outside the village that comes in is Strahd.
Please don't say that name. Don't say that. Don't say the name.
Jota's just gonna make eye contact with me.
Why would that man why would he come
He's
here?
Not a man.
Right, I know what. Okay, why would the big bad guy up on the hill who we don't want to draw his attention? Why would he come to the village? Why does he come to the village?
And at this she looks at Ismark. And then looks back to you and says, "Sometimes he likes to visit young ladies, which is why I kept Gertruda safe in the house."
I think we're getting somewhere. I'm sorry to say that place is not a good one. Can you tell us a little bit about, or do you have a picture of Gertruda? Because maybe we'll come across her.
A portrait? Do we have pictures?
Yeah, portrait.
Pictures exist.
Can I show you this? Does that work?
Oh.
Don't read any of the text.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah. Well, she has the pale skin and blue eyes, big blue eyes like a doll, and she has dark brown hair, and she often piles it up on her head like a crown. And she wears a gown with puffy sleeves. She's a good girl.
Teddy's gonna rack his brain. Does this sound like anybody he might have flashes of memories of from the house, if he still has any memories from his loops.
Yeah, absolutely. You can history check.
Let's see what happens. Good old history
What's a
check.
traumatic memories check?
I guess history.
But with advantage, because
Yeah.
14.
they haunt you.
Okay, so you have so many flashes. It's really hard for you to make sense of this. But like as you're thinking over this, and this is something that's kind of stuck with you, right? Ever since you come out the house and you realize you've been in this loop, you've been playing these memories over in your mind again and again and again to try and make sense of them. And what you realize is, at different times, you looped inside the house, or like sometimes, as in when you met this group, you looped to outside of the house, and you had met several adventuring parties over the time that you've been in there, like several, and seen all of them die pretty much in horrible, horrendous ways. But you had also seen, maybe just before you met this group, the dog had appeared, but unaccompanied. So you do not feel that Gertruda at any point made it into or was in Death House, but the dog was, which would suggest to you that at some point they were separated.
Okay.
Does Teddy remember anything like about how Lancelot got there, or why Lancelot was locked in a room?
I wonder if he's just putting it together now that he met Lancelot once before, like now that he's racking his brain and thinking about. Well, I don't know if at some point before this he had realized, oh, that's that dog. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Does Teddy remember any? I mean, is it just a matter of like one time the dog was there?
Pretty
He
much,
never saw.
yeah.
He never saw Lancelot die.
No.
Interesting.
Lancelot can't be killed.
I like how we all saw this dog like teleport and shit, and Debbie said so many things about the dog that makes it clear it's not just a normal dog, and none of the people who do magic in this party have made any fucking arcana checks on the dog.
I love that too.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, so I think probably you're just piecing this together right now and you realize that it seems that, and chronology and time is fucky, but like that Lancelot arrived maybe roughly about the time that Mary's saying that Gertruda went missing. In the previous loop that you were in before you met this lot, and then you looped and met this lot. And so Lancelot had spent a week and a half in the house alone.
Chronology's fucky. Ontology's fucky.
Philosophy's fucky.
I will say that if Teddy is like trying to parse out these memories now and maybe realizing like, oh yeah, that's the same dog as like from the loop before. If he's going to make an Arcana check on the dog, it would be now. I will say
By all means, Arcana my dog.
Not to give in to Lena's
Goading,
but he is curious about the dog now. Because there's something interesting about that's the only living thing that he remembers surviving.
Yes.
From loop to loop for him. Like it wasn't like maybe the dog wasn't in a loop, but like he's used to like everybody else in the house dying. So I'll do this.
Okay, 16.
Not a 0, thankfully.
Not
unless we want to say, oh my god, Debbie, we could say that he has disadvantage because of how mixed and
stop giving her bad boy cards.
And remember that gives her a bad boy card.
How about this, Adam? I won't take a bad boy card if you take the 0. How's that for a nice compromise?
Barely compromise.
No, you know what? Like that, it seems like really fun. But if we didn't say that he'd have disadvantage on the history check, then it's not fair for us to say that he has disadvantage on the Arcana check. I
Wow.
demand the 16, Debbie.
All right, then you may have the 16, friend, and I will take a good boy card because that's the new rule that I just made up. No, I'm joking. Okay, so with a 16, you realise that this is not just a normal dog. It seems, and it's absolutely fantastic that Teddy was the one to do this because Teddy can figure this out probably better than the rest of you, that Lancelot is some kind of fey creature.
Ooh.
Wait, all my divine senses have never picked up a fey creature.
Well,
Isn't fey one of the things?
you might have, but you might have just
No, I
attributed
don't
it
think Faye
to
is. I
Teddy.
don't think Faye is one of the
So-
things.
Celestial fiend or undead. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's rangers that can sense fey. Okay,
And
I was
that's
like, that's
that is
hilarious.
relevant for another reason, but yeah, no,
Oh,
and that was why I was
good.
like, no, I don't think you have because I know
Ugh.
this.
Good, love that for us.
So you you're starting to put these things together. You're like, oh, a fey thing that looks like a dog. Oh, interesting. And you think this might be a blink dog?
A blink dog? Is that what you
Yep.
said?
Yep.
We can
Um,
short range teleport.
Teddy's probably just going to remain silent because he has no information to contribute about Gertruda.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know. Is anybody talking about Lancelot right now?
I mean, we're talking about Gertruda who went missing with Lancelot. And like,
Oh,
where
was
did
the-
she go? Yeah, so
Okay. Okay. Well, then, yes, he will. He will share. I think I remember Lancelot showing up at that house, and he was alone at the time. Also, not for nothing, but I think he might be a blink dog. It's a kind of fey creature. Just fey things. I'm from there. We talked
Yep.
about this.
oh, did we?
He shared that he grew up in
We
the
talk about
in the
yeah,
fey realm in
we talked about
Arbora.
something from Fey realm.
I'll remember next time.
I thought you
You're
were
a good
saying
doggy,
that,
Lancelot. You just do little blinkies. What a good doggy.
I thought you were saying you, Teddy, had talked with Lancelot about this.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
No,
talked about
yeah,
this.
we talked about this, he and I, when I was in his mouth earlier.
I look at
Hilarious.
Mary. Did you know that Lancelot is a blink dog from the Fey Wild?
He's just a dog. My late husband had him. So he's
Lady,
been with the family a while. My name's
You've
Mary.
been consistently wrong about that doll, your daughter wanting to be here, and now this dog. I think you're wrong
I
about too.
Maybe
Is your husband
things that
actually
start with a
over
D.
there in the kitchen making something?
No, he's dead.
All right, well, definitely alive
dead.
then.
Elise, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say things that start with D. She doesn't have a good concept of dog, daughter,
Dog,
doll,
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 dead husband.
dead husband. He like
Yikes.
walks in the door like, "Honey, I'm home."
She's like,
Like,
oh, zombie.
have you
She's
found
like-
Gertruda yet?
She's like, look, I would like to ask for your help to find my daughter. I don't think I need to take the abuse about all of the mistakes, the many mistakes that I've made in my life. My only child is missing. Ismark, please help me. And Ismark says, this is heartbreaking, Mary. You and I both know for Barovia, 2 weeks is too long. Nevertheless, I am trying to fill Father's very big shoes. I know that I've always been called the lesser in the village. I will do my best, and let's see if we can work out. My money here, if it's not the devil, my money's on Berez. We've all heard the rumors about what goes on there. But leave it with me and I will investigate.
Eris?
Sorry, what did you say? I was chewing an apple. Money's on, if not the devil, who? What?
Berez. Berez.
The reservoir of bears.
Mm-hmm.
Not
What
to-
is that other word you said? Bears? What is that?
The reservoir filled with bears. No.
Mink screams. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's a place to the west and to the south of here with a notoriously bad reputation. There is definitely some great evil power lurking there, far beyond any of us.
Have I heard of this?
Oh yeah.
So I'm sorry, Ed, why would she have gone there?
We believe that there is a coven of witches there, and they are known for taking young girls.
Ah.
But I think, Mink, your suspicions about the devil are also not ill-founded, but that is, I mean, both of these foes are far beyond us. But maybe if she was taken to Berez and she's still on the road, we have a chance to catch her.
Is there any way to eliminate the possibility that the devil took her before we go chasing nothing on the road to Berez?
Elise, can you repeat that question?
Mhm.
I'm multitasking and I'm doing a bad job. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
No worries. Is there any way to confirm, like, eliminate the possibility that she is in fact with the devil? Mink is not used to this idea of, like, don't say people's names, so, like,
Yeah.
keeps stopping himself from saying Strahd. Before we go chasing, nothing, wild goose hunt on the road to Barris and then stumble into a coven of witches anyway, like, can we, like, go to the castle and be like, Gertruda? And then when she doesn't answer, we're like, okay, well, let's check Barris then.
Okay. Do not go to Castle Ravenloft. You will not come back.
Mhm.
Do not go to Berez. You will not come back.
Okay.
How do we figure this out? No idea. This is all beyond me.
Anybody got the
maybe
sending spell?
if we see Strahd, we can ask him. But is he going to be honest with us? No.
Would we
Does
see him?
he come into town? Yeah, does he come into town often?
I think before we speak on this, we should go to my house, and some things will become clear when we're there.
You have him in your house?
That
No.
sounds so ominous.
No,
Right. Can you make
it's
that
not.
less ominous?
Okay, I think Mary is traumatized enough by what is going on with her life and what you all have kindly said to her recently. I believe we'd agreed to go to my house to discuss a couple of things anyway, and I would like to illuminate you further on the visitations that Strahd occasionally makes to Barovia Village, and that will be easier at my house, not because he's there right now, because it's still daytime, not because he can come in the house, but just because.
Okay. That was just like a little defensive, but I'll go with it.
We were a little aggressive though, so I think it matched the tone.
And before we head out, I'm gonna turn to Mary and say, I understand you've lost your daughter and she's in mortal peril because Barovia is terrible. And it sounds like maybe we're going to try to find her because Mink doesn't understand that there's no winning in Barovia. So it's gonna be great. But if Lancelot is a blinker dog, he might be able to help
if you wanted him to come help us find her.
Well, I mean, he would know Gertruda's scent anywhere. He's watched her grow up. So I don't think that's a terrible idea. Okay, if I lend you Lancelot to help find Gertruda, will you promise to bring her home to me?
I will promise that we will do our best to bring her home, dead or alive. It's
preferably alive, right?
I agree, but you know how Barovia is.
How do we feel about undead?
They don't understand. Undead is bad. We burn the
Manageable.
bodies.
Well, I'm just saying if we're bringing her back dead or alive or undead.
I don't think we should bring her back undead. Anyway, you know how Barovia is.
Yeah.
These three who are definitely also from Barovia don't understand yet. We'll do our best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask. And I know that Lancelot will take good care of you the way he has me. And I suppose I have so very many failings to work on.
Right. Do you have a therapist that you could start seeing also?
A what?
Therapist?
Exorcist?
A therapist?
I think there's an
exorcist.
exorcist in the village, yes.
Okay.
Just somebody you can talk to and work through these feelings of guilt and responsibility when it's really the system that's causing most of this and the environment.
I suppose I could go to the tavern and speak to Eric.
Get some wine. Good
No,
thinking.
I don't think drinking is the solution here.
Drinking could be the solution.
Okay, it's not mink.
Okay.
But talking to somebody sounds like a good idea. You're not responsible for what happened to Gertruda.
I mean, I am. I'm her mother.
Are you more powerful than
Let's wrap it
a
up.
coven of hag witches, or more powerful than a vampire lord?
No, but I am her mother. I am responsible for her.
Well, I don't have time to be your therapist, but you're not responsible for her because we are working within a broken system and broken world, and you're
Mink
doing
is gonna like
what you have.
kind of put his hands on Marty's shoulders and start moving her towards the door, and he's like, just
I would
meditate on that.
Increasing in volume.
Like,
You're doing the best with what you have.
I would just give that
We all make the choices we have to survive.
just
and we
give
want
the
you to
sink like
meditate on
30
that.
minutes before you try to use it for anything you intend to ingest.
Okay. I mean, thank you for solving the problem of the dolls in your consciousness.
Sure thing,
Goodbye.
lady. See you, lady.
Lol. All right. Would you like to go anywhere in particular?
I guess Ismark's house.
It's Mark's house, you say. Okay, so you're here at Mary's house on the nice map of Barovia. And if you go... Fuck. Don't go fuck. No. If you go all the way to the end of the road, you will get to the Burgomaster's Mansion.
Who's that lady?
Mhm.
Who's what
Oh.
lady?
I can
Mike
see
wait
inside the
to
house.
see the map.
Oh my god, you guys. Just give me Burgomaster's Mansion.
It's the burgomistress.
You're the burgomistress. Wait, what does that even mean? Okay. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all around the domain.
Teddy's like, weeds grow in this place like weeds.
Good
Could you
metaphor.
all? Okay, it's really, really a great metaphor. Could you all please give me perception checks?
Oof. I rolled an 8.
14.
Oh, I'm gonna spend one of my fancy psionic energy dies to add to my roll, and then if I still fail it, I don't consume the die, which I probably fucking do with a 10.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay.
I had an 11.
Teddy rolled an unnatural 20.
Yes. So Mink got a 14, Teddy got a 20, and Giotto got an 11. So the three of you, so everybody excluding Mink, oh my gosh,
Excluding
identify.
Mari.
What did I say? Yes, excluding Mari, not Mink. Mink, Giotto, and Teddy all see that. Heavy claw marks have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls on the outside, and great black marks tell of fires that have assailed the mansion. And there are footprints, like boot prints, and wolf paw prints all around the manor. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. There are also, not only are there boot prints, wolf paw prints, there's also bare footprints.
Ismark, Bud.
Yeah.
Well, gotta say, the promise
not-
of a bed, not overpowering the bad vibes.
Okay, yes, bad vibes. Come in, I'll explain. He walks up to the door and does a weirdly rhythmic knock, and the door swings open as this person stands there. The door creaks open to reveal a striking young woman. She's beautiful, and she carries herself with the grace of a princess and the ferocity of a dragon. How do you know that from looking at her? You don't know. She has long red hair, fair skin. She's just beautiful. She looks at you with suspicion, but she sees that you're with Ismark, and she steps back to let you in. So you enter the house, and the interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows from the inside, they're very reinforced, and the presence of holy symbols in every room. Ismark says, come in and take what scant comfort we have to offer. This is my sister Irina. This is the house of the Burgomaster, a position that until recently, as I mentioned before, was filled by my father, our father, Kolyan Indirovich, who is himself in a side room. And he indicates, like, towards this room in the corner, waiting to be buried.
I was like, isn't he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. His coffin is there. We're hopefully taking him to be buried.
After burning the body, right?
There is no need to burn the body.
Why is there no need to burn the body?
He died of natural causes. He had a heart attack.
Mink is going to use divine sense on Irina, I guess just in general, but because I believe we have a letter telling us that she was bitten by a vampire and was languishing with an unholy wound and dying. So
Yeah.
I am super sus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
She-
actually. Mari doesn't know about that letter, right? Y'all found it before you met Mari, and you never told.
Correct.
Okay.
So
I don't know whether we told you.
is she undead?
Nope.
Fiend or
She's not-
celestial?
No celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet of you. And if you go and open this door, and you see the simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay, no undead in there either.
Mm.
Okay.
That's Ismark's
Do we
father.
want to? The dead body is Ismark's and Irina's father. Yeah. Shall we wrap up there today?
Giota has plopped somewhat uneasily on the couch and is hoping that someone else is going to come
Others
over.
will join.
But yeah,
Teddy
Ismark will
is-
stand by the fireplace.
Teddy's thinking about his father, and he murmurs to the brother and sister, "Sorry for your loss."
Thank you.
Is this a staircase over here?
Over here. Yes.
Ugh. Mink. Mink is just gonna stand in the corner and stare at Irina. That's where Mink is. He's doing a
Nice.
Cool.
cool.
What a creep. All right.
Makes the creep.
Makes
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We've achieved a lot today, friends. You're not dead. Again, no one's possessed. I really thought I was going to get Ismark. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you very much to the incredible players for surviving another session, despite my best efforts. Thank you. Those were my best efforts. That's all I've got. The rest of it is all downhill from
specifically
here.
Adam for surviving another session. The rest of us weren't really in mortal peril at any point, but Teddy
I don't
just.
think Adam was in mortal peril. Adam was just in possession peril. It would have been fine.
We did almost kill the doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
was curb stomping it.
Yeah. Well, it all worked out fine in the end. And now you know about tiny dolls with needles and how dangerous they are.
Oh, good.
Thank you everyone for hanging out in the audience, or if you're going to catch this on demand, I hope you enjoy it. We are scheduled to play again at some
On
point
the
in the future.
14th. We aren't scheduling it until the 14th of July, which is a Sunday. Same time, though. But next week, we have the exciting final finale to our Pride Games, GM'd by the amazing Debbie, also on Saturday at 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, that's exciting. That Debbie, I bet she's great. Mm-hmm.
She is great.
We like her.
She's wonderful.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, join us then next weekend or on the 14th. Join the Discord, ! Discord, to get updates and announcements on what we're up to, if anything changes. And subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we go live. I'm so excited for the next session. Maybe you're all gonna die. Probably not. It'll probably be fine. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in and for playing, friends. Well done. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Don't let vampires into your house. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.